Hello, my name is Michael Marceau. I am 35. I'm a first time student here at Mount Hood. A little bit about myself. I've been a cook for, classified as a line cook for the last 13 to 14 years. I was a general manager at a Papa John's restaurant down in San Antonio, Texas. I'm originally from Southern California. Um I've always had engineering in my brain, I think. Just taking things apart, trying to rebuild them, rebuilding my own things. Um, Electrical motors, DC motors, brushless motors, taking stuff out of AC current uh, devices and trying to turn them into permanent magnet motor devices. It's always been like a weird hobby of mine. Um, didn't graduate high school. I was in Southern California and was kind of in a bad area. So I got little bit of trouble and stuff down there when I was younger. And I just ended up not finishing school, went to a job right away, moved down to Texas at 19, 18, and then stayed out of trouble for the last 15 years, 14, 13 years, something like that. Um, I was started as an insider cook, worked my way up to general manager of a restaurant. Then found out my mom wasn't doing too good, so I came up here to Texas to be with my family and just became a line cook up here somewhere. Along the way, I picked up a knack for taking things apart and building things and re-engineering things, making my own circuit boards off of tutorials, uh, souping up cars, lift kits on cars, lowering cars, hooking up electrical systems all myself, self-taught. I built my biggest thing that I did was I planned and designed and followed through within the entirety of which I have pictures of and video of. In Texas, I built an electric bicycle, so it's a mountain bike. Um, but I built my own custom suspension for it out of parts from like Home Depot and leftover parts laying around and parts donated from my friend who's a street bicycle racer. Um, so what I did was I built my own linear actuating, lifting, raising bike with a front end suspension forks, um, specially built, so that way they could give good support and look cool, look futuristic. So I made it a hubless bike. So it's just the rim and the rubber, but no spokes, no hub, and nothing in the middle. And I used pressure to keep it in place. You know, I would put in grooves. So I took like pieces of skateboard bearings and wheels and hardened steel arms and built my own fork suspension system that held the wheel, but by pressing against the top and bottom of the rim would hold it stable basically to ride it, and a linear actuator underneath it that was attached to the entire suspension system, that could either raise or lower the bike for you, with an electric motor on it. So it was pedal assisted. And after that, I started looking at, jumper circuits and like for taser guns and stuff like that. And it all is just super fascinating to me, the way electricity works, the way everything is like copper coils and magnets. And on the engineering side of everything, I prefer to make things myself. I find like parts for things, moving parts. I like to see things that are out there and then make my own versions of them by grinding down the metal and actually making the parts myself. Um, for instance, like my nephew, making him a trident. So I'm using the taser and stun gun technology to route uh, the connecting electrode points up to the top where the trident is, where the 3 points are. So that way, when he pushes a button, it looks like it's arcing lightning. My dream is in engineering and electrical engineering and engineering, mechanical engineering. Um, Sounds like it'd be more my area. I want to make a drag. What started it all, and the electric bike and everything was, I want to make a drag race car, kind of like Teslas or something like that, like an electric car, um, but more flamboyant, a little bit more, souped up or entertaining to watch. So when you rev up the engine, it's not just quiet. It would arc lightning across the hood and like maybe shoot some lightning out of the back tail or something like that. So that way it has something to offer people that are there for the excitement aspect of drag racing. Not that I'm a drag racer or anything. It seemed like a cool idea. What I want to do, I'm pretty much open for whatever. I just wanted to expand my knowledge of engineering, planning, structuring, building CNC machines, how to make my own parts, how to do all that stuff, so I could be part of a team that builds things that are cool, innovative, original. For instance, I came up with a green solution since I was in the pizza industry so long. I came up with a green solution for hand drying. I submitted this to Davidson Corp years ago, but I flaked off on it because of a lot of stuff going on in my life at the time. Any restaurant that uses a blower or a pizza oven has a blower in it that blows hot air. I made a machine you could use that sticks with magnets to the side of the oven that's heat resistant, that would reroute and repurpose some of that hot air that's blown from the blower down into a hand washing station, so that way you wouldn't have to spend money on paper so people could dry their hands. And also, it doesn't blow hard enough to where any kind of bacteria or anything can blow off of your hand into other areas, so there's no cross-contamination worries or anything like that. And it was actually approved for production. I had a production manager and everything from Davidson Corp in Washington, D.C., and I kind of flaked on it when I found out my mom wasn't doing too good. Stopped responding to emails, stopped caring about school and all that stuff a while back. And it just kind of dawned on me up here when my cousin was going to Mount Hood, and he got his, I think he has a degree in fitness. I think he has a degree in fitness. And he went to Mount Hood, and I started looking into that, and my mom just started looking into it for me too, because I wasn't really that motivated to do it. And when I saw that she was interested in doing it and getting me in there, that's when I decided I need to do something with that. And everyone knows me as the guy to go to fix things, fix my own motorcycles, do my own stuff. I've never taken apart a motorcycle before, but I had an R6 that was pretty much given to me because it was so cheap. Took the whole clutch apart myself and everything, figured out with YouTube help, of course, how to put it back together. And I did, and it worked, and it was great. Sold it for this Blazer I got now. I want to just do something more with myself, basically. I like the idea of keeping the doors open to make things, and robots in general amaze me, and the technology, I love learning all about that, electricity, mechanics, how they work together, how you can make stuff work fluidly together, how smooth it can be. I want to know the inner workings of what makes something like that go on, like a robot or the Arduino programming. Or I'm just really excited to be involved in an engineering class, because there's so much that I don't know, that I do know, but I don't. Like things that I've come across myself that I've learned that there's probably a way to do it the correct way, more appropriate way, that I'm not doing because I kind of came upon my own process. And I'm interested in learning a different process, a structured process, with people, and someone who has an extensive amount of knowledge, like yourself, that has been through many facets of different avenues of engineering. There's nothing that can be replaced by that kind of experience and knowledge. It would take me years and years and years of stumbling upon something, trying stuff on my own to find any kind of knowledge like that. So I'm really excited for what the future can bring, and I'm open to any kind of job in the future, really, with it. Anything where I get to be doing engineering instead of being a cook. Even if I end up being back a cook, that's not bad. I've been doing it for so long, but engineering sounds like it's exciting, for me at least, because I was a lot of people consider me nerd hobbyist, just because not many people want to take apart a DC motor or AC motor to find out how it works and what's going on there. Why I wanted to come to Mount Hood it seemed like the way to go. My cousin loved it and everything. The financial aid seems to be like it's going to help me out, and I never thought I'd have this chance. So, definitely excited about it. All right. Thank you very much.